This is the Diadem Axis 98, and although I have commented on it several times, this is not the mold of the past Pure Aero or Pure Drive Arrows. Is this racket offering going to be a good fit between Diadem's Elevate and Nova lines? Well, let's find out after you hit like, subscribe, and the notification bell for more original tennis content. This is the Diadem Axis 98 Tennis Racket Review. Even on my first hit with mini tennis, I could tell that this was a very, very stable racket throughout. And that attribute transferred to literally all parts of the court as well. From forehands, backhands, volleys, and approach shots, I was absolutely shocked at the overall stability of this tennis racket in all parts of the string bed. Although this is not from the same mold of any Babolat rackets, I cannot help but shake the feeling of great spin potential, especially coming from a 16x20 string pattern. To be honest, this felt more like a spin potential of 100 square inch 16x19, greatly overshadowing the far inferior Babolat Pure Aero 98. Shame on that racket. Although the static unstrung weight is 10.8 ounces, it definitely felt a lot lighter, thanks in part of the aerodynamic design that is not inspired by the Pure Aero through the air. With all these pros, it is with no surprise that it is also fantastic for the modern, meaning semi-Western or maybe in full Western, forehands, and also feels very, very natural for the one-handed backhand. For such high spin potential, I appreciated the predictable launch angle of the string bed. I never felt like the ball was going to launch into Narnia if I really went for a slapper of a shot. Also, this was very predictable and stable for flatter stroke productions like the approach shot. And it is also no surprise that the stability of this racket is highly appreciated at the net, especially the stick volleys. This was such a great racket for kick serves, especially the out wide serve on the ad side as a righty. But just like all rackets, it's not perfect, so let's take a look at the negatives after you follow me on Twitch, as it is demanded by the Codex Astartes, the Emperor protects. Although I did say this racket was fast through the air, the static weight does still need getting used to. It does feel fast through the air for 10.8 ounces if you start with the racket going forward at the right time. You will probably feel a bit late on some ground strokes for the first few hitting sessions with this racket. I also noticed that it was hard for me to dip the side spin serves, both deuce and ad side, short. It kept on sailing just a little bit deeper into the service box, making it hard to ace my right-handed opponents. On top of that, I feel like the flat serves could have just used a little bit more mass to get a few more extra miles per hour when I did choose to hit my low percentage flat serves. Although I did feel like this was a very stable racket at 10.8 ounces, this is not a plush racket at all, especially at the 68 stiffness rating. You could definitely feel this through all shots of the court. The racket could also use a little bit more plow through, just a little bit more plow through when hitting high velocity shots towards the tip of the string bed. It's not unstable, it just feels like it could use a few more grams of lead tape towards the tip. Nice. And lastly, albeit this is extremely preferential and subjective, I wanted the butt cap of this racket to be a bit more flared up. I felt like on some of my ground strokes and the serves that the racket was going to slip out of my hand because there was not enough material on the ridge of the butt cap to stop from the bottom to come right off the palm of my hand slipping off. So this is what I'm talking about. This is the Diadem Axis 98 and this is the Slinko Whiteout V2. Both are L2 4 and a quarter. Oh, hi Bear. Both are 4 and a quarter with just one overgrip. And you can see that the Slinko has more of a pronounced butt flare on the butt cap. And here it's a little bit more subtle. So here I feel very comfortable that when I'm swinging out, that I'm feeling that stoppage so it doesn't go flying like this. the Diadem 98, Diadem Axis 98, it's there, but it's not nearly as apparent feeling. So I just want to give you guys a visualization. Honestly, with the technology that's surrounding this Diadem Axis 98, it feels like an old school racket, how rackets should be made, like it was like 10 years ago. I feel like there's too much hype for technology in major racket manufacturers such as Babolat, Wilson, that it just doesn't feel like a good, solid racket. Well, fortunately, the Diadem Axis 98 is the counter to that. It is the answer. The Diadem Axis 98 is a super solid racket. And yes, you could use a little bit more mass and it's not perfect, but through and through, it's a high quality offering from Diadem. Now, if you guys want to try the Diadem Axis 98 or anything Diadem, I'll leave a comment down in the section below, and it does help out this channel. Or if you want, use code MARKS, and the link and the code MARKS will give you 15% off at checkout. And yes, it does help out this channel. Well, what do you guys think? Have you tried the Diadem Axis 98? If so, did I hit the nail on the head or did I completely shank it? Leave a comment down in the section below, or better yet, join my Discord. Talk about all things tennis. For transparency, Diadem did send me this racket to play test along with some of the sets of the Orange Pro X tennis strings, but they did not pay me or have any say in this review, nor did they have a preview of it before it's been published to the public. This racket play test was well with over 8 hours of straight hitting and was strung with the Orange Diadem Pro X at 50 pounds. And as always, happy hitting.